Today we start new topic, cube root of unity. So unity means 1. You know the cube root. So number 1 is often called unity. Let x be the cube root of unity. That means when we calculate cube root of 1, suppose that we get x. That means when we take cube on both sides, so we get here value as x cube is equals to 1. So we transfer this 1 to left hand side. So we get here x cube minus 1 equals to 0. So this x cube minus 1, so 1 can be written as 1 cube. So we write here x cube minus 1 cube. So we use here formula a cube minus b cube. So a cube minus b cube we write as a minus b in bracket a square plus ab plus b square. So here is one print mistake, we not required equals to 0. So you have to write only a cube minus b cube as a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. So this x cube minus 1 cube can be written as x minus 1 in bracket x square plus x plus 1. So we apply here formula a cube minus b cube. That means here x minus 1 equals to 0 and x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. This second bracket is quadratic equation. So we have to use the quadratic formula for finding the value. So we write this as x minus 1 equals to 0 or x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. We know that when product is 0, that both the terms are 0 or any one of them term is 0. So we write here x minus 1 equals to 0 or x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. So when we transfer this minus 1 to right hand side, we get x equals to 1 or this x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. So here this second equation is quadratic equation. So we write this second equation as x is equals to, we use here quadratic formula which is minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4 into a into c upon twice a. Here value of b is 1 which is coefficient of x, value of a is 1 which is coefficient of x square, and value of c is 1. So you already know the quadratic formula that you studied in class 10. So we factorize this second factor. So here we get plus or minus, that means we get one value when we take plus here and we get another value when we consider here minus. So we write here x equals to 1 or we simplify this root. So 1 square we write as 1. This minus 4 into 1 we write minus 4. So 1 minus 4 we get minus 3. Now in square root value is minus 3. So that is imaginary part. So we write this root of minus 3 as root 3i. So we write this square root of minus 3 as I into root 3. So two factors, that is value of x, are 1 minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2. That means we get these three value. You always remember when the equation has highest degree 3, we get 3 solutions. When you solve the quadratic equation, you know highest degree 2, so you get value for x which is 2 values. So we get here cube root of unity. So we have to remember these 3 values, and these 3 values are the roots. Roots means solution. That means these 3 values satisfy the given. So we write here cube root of unity are, among the 3 cube root of unity, one is real and other 2 are complex conjugate of each other. If you observe, this first unity is 1, so this is real, and these last 2 are the complex conjugate of each other. So here when we separate the base, we get minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2, and second minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2. That means this first is conjugate of last, or this last is conjugate of this second. So these last two are the conjugates of each other. That means among 3 cube root of unity, 1 is real and 2 are complex, and that 2 complex roots are conjugate of each other. Now see, when we make square of any one cube root of unity, then we get other. So we see this. So we apply here formula a plus b bracket square. So first we separate the numerator square, denominator square. So we write denominator square, that is 2 square as 4. So we write here 1 by 4. Then we have to write a plus b bracket square form. So here a is minus 1. So we write here a square plus twice a into b. A is minus 1, b is I root 3 plus b square, b is I root 3. So we apply the formula a plus b bracket square for the numerator. So we simplify this. When we take square of minus 1, we get plus 1, and this second term as minus 2 I root 3. And when we make the square of this, we get I square as minus 1 and root 3 square as 3. So we get here minus 3. So we write here minus 1 square as plus 1, this as minus 2I root 3, and this square, so I square we write minus sign, root 3 square is 3. So 1 minus 3 we get minus 2. So minus 2, and this minus 2I root 3 as it is. So when we take 2 common, so that 2 common get cancelled with this 4. So we can write 4 as 2 into 2. So we write here minus 1 into I root 3 upon 2. Now which is value of this last? That means when we make square of this first, we get the value for this last. That means here 1 is square of other. So similarly it can be verified that if we take square of last, we get value of second. Thus cube root of unity are 1 second minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2, and so last we write as minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 its square. Let minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 equals to omega. So if we represent this by omega, so when we take its square, so we get omega square. That means we can write cube root of unity as first is 1, second as omega, and third as omega square. So we write here, hence cube roots of unity are 1 omega omega square, where omega equals to minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2, and omega square equals to minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 its square. So in this way we use 1 omega omega square as cube root of unity for solving the problems. Now we see properties of omega, that is property of 1 omega omega square, that is properties of cube roots of unity. First property is omega is complex cube root of 1. That means when we take cube of this omega, we get its value as 1. That means while solving the problem, when we get in problem omega cube, so we replace that omega cube by 1. Now second property, omega cube minus 1 equals to 0. So we apply the formula a cube minus b cube here. So we write this as omega cube minus 1 cube. So we write here omega minus 1 into omega square plus omega plus 1 equals to 0. So we write omega minus 1, which is omega equals to 1, or omega square plus omega plus 1 equals to 0. And we know that omega not equals to 1. So this second value we get 0. So this is second property, omega square plus omega plus 1 equals to 0. That means when we add cube root of unity, its sum equals to 0. Third property, omega square can be written as 1 upon omega. That means when we transfer this omega to left hand side, we get omega into omega square, and which is equals to 1. That means here we split up omega cube as omega square into omega, and we write 1 omega to right hand side, so we write omega square equals to 1 by omega, and when we interchange this we get 1 upon omega square equals to omega. That means omega equals to 1 upon omega square. Now see fourth property, omega cube equals to 1. So omega raised to the power 3 into n equals to 1. That means if the power of omega is multiple of 3, then we take that value equals to 1. That we use same concept for iota, I raised to the power 4 is 1, so I raised to the power 4n we write always 1. So here in place of iota, that is I, we use omega, so I raised to omega raised to the power 3, and we always write 1. Fifth number property, when power is greater than 3, so we reduce that power 4. Here omega raised to the power 4 as omega cube into omega. So this omega cube we write as 1. So 1 into omega we get omega. So omega raised to the power 4 can be written as omega. So in this way, when power is multiple of 3, so we write that power as that value as 1. So we use here quotient remainder form. That means this omega raised to the power 3n plus 1 can be written as omega raised to the power 3n plus omega raised to the power 1, and omega raised to the power 3n we write 1. So 1 into omega raised to the power 1 we write omega. So you have to reduce power 4 to power 3. So same concept we use here, omega raised to the power 5 can be written as omega square into omega cube. This omega square we keep as it is, and omega cube we replace by 1. So omega square into 1 we write omega square. So we write this omega raised to the power 3n plus 2 as always omega square. Omega bar equals to omega square. So when we take conjugate, that we already see in last slide, when we write omega for minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2, so we calculate its value, that is in the form of conjugate. So we write omega bar equals to omega square, and when we take square of omega, its conjugate square, we get omega. This is 8th property. So you have to follow these properties while solving the problems. So first you clear your concept with the help of this, and with the help of properties we will solve problem in next video.